Hi, my name is Amanda Maynard. I am the cohort coordinator here at Barton College for Healthcare Plus HOSA. I'm so glad to be here with you today to talk to you. Excited to share some information. We're relatively new here in designing our HOSA program with Healthcare Plus. Healthcare Plus cohort has actually been around for 3 years now or so. And so within this last year, we've actually turned it into a co-curricular cohort and have invited HOSA membership as part of our cohort chapter. So we're happy to be a part of HOSA. We're happy to talk with you today. So let me share you a little bit about Barton College. We are a 4-year private college, liberal arts college here in Wilson, North Carolina. We have programs anywhere from criminal justice and business to arts and design to nursing and gerontology and biology. There's lots of opportunities here on our campus, and you can major in pretty much anything. So we'd be happy to have you here as a student here at Barton College. So move on to what you're all waiting for is talking about our Healthcare Plus cohort, as well as, us working with HOSA at this point, our HOSA membership. Okay, so here we are. You're looking at our classroom. We are something called the Barton Experience in Healthcare Plus HOSA. What does that Barton Experience mean? Well, Barton provides the tools for you to succeed both in the classroom and outside of the classroom. We pride ourselves on having a first name basis between students and faculty and administration. We're a very small liberal arts college. And so you can see here in our classroom, these are actual Healthcare Plus HOSA students. We're probably listening to a speaker from Red Cross that came in, I believe, on this day. But you can see we're an intimate group. We have a lot of fun together. There's only about 25 of us right now, but we have room to grow. We're actually hoping to grow to almost 60 students within this cohort. So we are what I would say is the Barton Experience. So a little bit more about us. We are a co-curricular 4-year healthcare cohort. So we follow you throughout all 4 years when you're coming in as a freshman until you graduate as a senior. We are represented by many majors. So it's not dependent on your major, but your healthcare career path. So we have nursing majors, pre-health, pre-dental, gerontology, psychology, exercise science, health promotions, health administration, social work, special education, and more. So I even have a political science major who is actually hoping in the future to become a hospital attorney. So she's looking right now at political science or criminal justice here, and she is more than welcome to stay in our Healthcare Plus cohort because she is on that healthcare track. So we are pretty dynamic in the fact that we can bend and flow with that path. Something that's unique about belonging to our cohort is that there's a possible $2,000 scholarship for each year that you're in the cohort. So that's upwards of about $8,000 that goes towards your tuition in the 4 years that you're here. So it's if you qualify for it, then there is a possible $2,000 scholarship. We have some amazing partnerships. We have one with AHEC Scholars. That's the Area Health Education Center Scholars Program. It's a 2-year educational program where I think they do 40 hours of didactic hours of instructional training and then 40 hours of clinical training where they actually go out in the field and practice some of these skills. And they get a stipend of $1,000 a year that they're in this program. And what's neat about our partnership is they do some training with our students that are even not in AHEC Scholars, but just through AHEC itself. But they're also, our students get the first look opportunity when applying to the program. You do have to be an allied health major, which doesn't at this point include biology majors. But if you double major biology and gerontology, then that works too. So it's a great opportunity for our students because they get that first look and they get first choice coming into AHEC Scholars just by being a Healthcare Plus HOSA cohort student. We also have a partnership with Global Learning where We're looking at possible travel, international travel, and global learning here on campus can offer scholarships that go specifically for our Healthcare Plus HOSA students to travel and get some of that healthcare educational programs. Right now, we're looking at Salzburg, Austria as a possibility and looking at their healthcare systems. So global learning is a partnership that we have. We also partner with Pre-Health and Science Club, as well as our local healthcare entities, Vidant Healthcare, our local hospital, Southeastern Healthcare of North Carolina is our most recent partnership. Trying to get students some volunteer opportunities and some internships through that as well. And then lastly, for sure, is our Disney Leadership Academy in Orlando, Florida. We just went on our first experience with that. I'll talk a little bit more, but we do add a little bit more to our leadership skills by completing this training. They receive a certificate and a pen that goes along with this. And I really, we kind of note them as part of this leadership academy in front of their peers, and it's a big accomplishment for them to complete it. So it's a week-long trip in Orlando, Florida, and about 3 days of training, and then they get to have fun at the Disney parks. That's a part of it. All right, so next, we are professional. This picture is Red Cross blood drive here on campus. And you can see some of our students actually were on the bus while they had the blood mobile, American Red Cross did. And so part of our professionalism is that we are one of 10 cohorts here on campus. And our students are challenged to a higher standard of professionalism. We're looking at academics, we're looking at service to the college, service to our community, and just an overall commitment to the cohort wraps up our professionalism. And what does that mean? So leading from professionalism into our cohort requirements. So I told you that we are they're challenged to a higher standard in our cohort. So Healthcare Plus HOSA cohort members must maintain a GPA of 3.0. So that is where we're setting our academic standard. It's not only helpful to maintain your membership or your place in our cohort, but it's good for those students who are planning to move further and get their master's degree or move on to professional school to obtain their medical license as well. So 3.0 GPA, 85% attendance of weekly meetings. So we meet once a week while school is in, and that's about 16 weeks. So you can probably miss about 6 meetings total. But we ask for that attendance, that high attendance rate, because we want to see the commitment that you have, that you're able to time manage what you have going on in life to make Healthcare Plus HOSA a priority. And because we are doing service within our community and on campus, and you're going to miss something if you miss a meeting of something that we're planning that's crucial for your participation in. And then you must be on a healthcare career path. So I told you all the different majors that we have that are represented in our diverse student population. But you don't necessarily have to be in a healthcare major. You can be in a healthcare career path. And that's something that's always kind of discussed with me, depending on how things change in your life. So letting me know how your major is going to lead you down that healthcare career path. Want to know any more information about our cohort requirements or about Healthcare Plus HOSA, this is the link for it to our website. It's under co-curricular and, of course, Healthcare Plus. You can find us on our Barton website. Something that also sets us out, besides the fact that we're a cohort and we offer scholarships and partnerships with major key players in this community, networking with healthcare professionals in a variety of ways. We also have a programming structure. So when you come in, you're set up on a dynamic line of where you should be whenever you graduate through this cohort. So year one would be skills and competition. Most of you probably already know your skills and what competition you're comfortable with. So you'll come in and that would be pretty easy, but we set you up with competition teams. Year two is your career portfolio development. Not forgetting your skills and competition, because you're still utilizing that all the way throughout. But next year, we want you to start looking at your career portfolio, developing a resume, what track and what plan you want to move forward on for your future. We're doing some virtual job shadowing as part of that. So this kind of sets you up for your future and looking for a job, but it also prepares you for applying to those master's degrees, programs, and those professional schools. They're going to want to know what you've been doing, so you can kind of market yourself that way. Year 3 is leadership development. So most of our year 3 leaders are already in an officer position by this point. We also have some committees that they serve on, as well as team captains in our team competition groups. So those are very important as part of our leadership. And again, standing out with that is we go beyond a little bit and do that leadership academy and developing those leadership skills. Year 4 is a capstone research project. We haven't quite hit there because we have only been running for about 3 years with this cohort, being very successful in that. I imagine our seniors, what I'm looking for is research of culmination of everything that they've learned in the last 3 years. Their projects can be related to their internships. It can be related to just their interest or something that they want to research beyond what they've learned here in school or in our meetings. So we'll talk about that personally, about how they want to do that capstone research that we can share then with the community, with Barton College as part of their capstone research project, ending in culmination of being in this cohort. Next is we stand out. So we're the Barton experience. We epitomize that. We are professional in everything we do, but we also stand out on campus. I did tell you we were 1 out of 10 cohorts here. You can see here, this is our group of third-year students who are in the Leadership Academy at Disney. And so we're going beyond just basic leadership of being in our Healthcare Plus HOSA. We don't talk about it. We actually do it within this academy and learning personally about the type of leaders that they are, what works, what doesn't, and who they can be as part of this leadership training. So why Disney? How is that healthcare related? Well, we take it a step further because everyone starts out in healthcare with this passion to help people, and that is notable and wonderful. But then at some point you realize that doing healthcare is running a business, because that's a big part of healthcare is the business aspect of it. So what better place to discover how to run a business than the biggest business in the world nearly is Disney World, where you can see the efficiency of how it's ran. You can see the creativity in it, and you can just realize how you can run an efficient business just by looking at the business model that Disney offers. So that's why we do that at Disney, but we want to be sure that we're standing out in our leadership skills to prepare not only for the leadership that we do here on campus, but that we're making great leaders that go out into the world to work in healthcare fields. So in saying that and applying to Healthcare Plus HOSA, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for this drive in you of wanting to be a leader. So how do you apply? It's a question we want to answer for you. Be sure you understand is Healthcare Plus HOSA Cohort application is within the admissions application to Barton College. I think it's something like page 5 or 6, you get to a point where they list out the cohorts. You'll click on the cohort name. You're looking for Healthcare Plus HOSA. And then it asks you a couple of essay questions, looking for your experience, looking for your drive, looking for your motivations, your passions. I want to know everything that you've done, healthcare related, and why you want to come into the healthcare field, and why you think Healthcare Plus will do that for you. So it may be good for you to go back to that website that I'd mentioned before and make sure that you know all about us, so that when you get ready to apply, you know exactly what Healthcare Plus HOSA is and what you're applying to, so you can answer some of those questions. After Barton College accepts you, you're not done there. You're going to be contacted by a member of our recruitment committee. They're going to go through again and talk to you about Healthcare Plus HOSA Cohort, answer your questions. They're going to ask you a couple of questions, make wonderful notes for me. I will receive that. I'm the one who makes the final decisions if you are allowed into the cohort. So the final acceptance decisions are made by the cohort coordinator. And how can you stand out? Basically, previous leadership experience. If you've had any health science courses, I want to know that. Any healthcare related volunteer or employment experiences, personal experiences in the healthcare field, and desired healthcare career path. And you may not know that. You may be developing that, and that's fine. Say that. Say this is, where I think I'm headed. And you definitely need above a 3.0 GPA to qualify to even to apply to Healthcare Plus HOSA. And then you maintain that when you come on our campus. So that's applying to Healthcare Plus HOSA cohort. And then lastly, we're looking at having passion. So I did mention that you'll need to put that on your application into Healthcare Plus. But we do have passion as a big part. So we're the Barton experience. We're professional, we stand out, and we have passion. You can see this is one of our nursing students here with one of our dementia speakers from Dementia Alliance of North Carolina. She's doing a training on how to provide hands-on care to individuals who have been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease or dementia. And so he's learning those hands-on techniques on how to provide the best care as a nurse when he's looking after someone who has dementia or Alzheimer's disease. So he has that passion. All of our students have some sort of path that they are following and their passion that they are seeking in healthcare. So related to that, Itzel Molina is one of our students in the Healthcare Plus HOSA program. She's our president this year, and she's going to talk to you about 3 reasons why you should apply to the Healthcare Plus HOSA program. We have a diverse students, a variety of students with a variety of majors, and her particular major of interest is biology, and she is interested in becoming a physician's assistant. So welcome at Zelt. 3 reasons why you should apply to Healthcare Plus HOSA.
Thank you for the introduction.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited that you're interested in joining our cohort. So my first reason is, so it's right here, friends. So I know coming in as a first-year student, you are scared. You don't know many people. You're coming in from a different city, a different state, or maybe even a different country, and that's okay. Once you come into our cohort, immediately you create bonds. I remember my freshman year, I looked over to the next person and they were in the same class because we were in the same major. But it also allowed me to make connections with those who weren't the same major, such as a nursing major, because their courses are they're a strict path. And that gave me the opportunity to get to know my vice president, who at the time is Emily Justice. She's a nursing major. And I get to see the healthcare system from their perspective, just as someone who's an education major. She is going to want to teach health education in elementary schools and middle schools. And it's just a really neat way to say, wow, I didn't know you had a passion for teaching. I didn't know you had a passion to guide students into going into a field that desperately needs you. And with having friends, seeing their perspectives, you also get to relate and have a support system. So within our cohort, I know that I have definitely struggled in some courses. And I had that support system. I had those who had excelled in that class previously before me, and they were willing to give me their notes, show me their textbook. If they had a PDF version that they could download, they sent it to me. They tutored me. And if I didn't know our resources are on campus, they were there to help guide me. And our upperclassmen will be there for you. With those connections, you will also get to make connections not only with your friends or your peers, but also with staff members. So I have 2 amazing advisors who have helped me step out of my shell, who have helped me go for what I want. So obviously, as you mentioned, I want to be a physician assistant, possibly working in cardiology, so in a lab. And this semester, I have been fortunate enough to also become the lab tech assistant for the microbiology class here on campus. And those opportunities I'm very grateful for, and I wouldn't have had if I weren't in this cohort. So connections with connections. you'll be able to obtain leadership skills, leadership positions. So coming in as a freshman, I didn't really have that much experience, maybe from one club in high school, but this cohort has pushed me to be the better version of myself, to stand up and make a change if I'm not comfortable with the processes that are going on. So I know that when I came in here, I was excited for the plans that Miss Amanda had, and I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to take lead, take charge, and be that guide for our freshmen, for our sophomores, and be that support system as well. And I got to learn a lot of lifelong skills that I can use in my future field, such as the skills that I learned from the Disneyland trip. So with those skills that I learned from the trip, I try to implement that not only in this cohort, but in my friendships, in other organizational organizations that are here on campus. So ever since coming in as a freshman, I've had about 10 positions, and I'm very thankful for them. I really wouldn't have had them if I was in this cohort. And with that, I can help other students who are younger and they want to be that change, be that support system for others. So leadership skills are the way to go in this cohort. And those are my 3 reasons. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. So to wrap up, Itzel talked about friends, connections, and leaderships are the 3 reasons. You heard it from our president here at Healthcare Plus HOSA. Perfect reasons why. Also, if you're wanting to stand out on campus, you're wanting to learn that professionalism, you want to have that Barton experience and have fun when you're here and help the community and help your campus strive. And you want to show that that you have that passion here. And so those are the things that we're looking for. Those are the things that we want to implement into your life and having you come and join us here at Barton College. So I really appreciate you coming and sharing those reasons. So let me just wrap up with basically, we want you here. We want you to experience life with us here at Barton College. Again, we are located in Wilson, North Carolina. We are a 4-year liberal arts private college. We have a variety of opportunities on our campus. And the picture that you're seeing right now is a picture of our bell tower. And that's one of the first things you'll see when you pull up. It's a beautiful campus, lots of beautiful greenery and beautiful trees to sit under. Our campus started in 1902. So some of the buildings are architecture even falls back from that era. Wonderful place to be. It's pretty close to the beach. I think some of our students go for a day trip and come back to the beach. But we're also kind of close to the mountains. I don't know. I think it's a bit of a drive. But as you know, being in North Carolina, you can see absolutely everything from everywhere that you are. You're accessible to anything here. So it's just a beautiful place to be. It's a great community to be involved in. The community supports us because we also give back to our community. It's one of the things that we do. We shut down for a full day every year and provide community service back and give back to the people that support us. So that is a major service to our community, is a major aspect here of being a student at Barton College. So if you want to know more information about Barton College and what we offer, we do have some master's programs as well as undergraduate programs. We do have some fully online programs as well. So please check those out when you go online, and it's www.barton.edu. You can check us out on our website, but you can also, the best people to talk to are down here. These are the admissions folks. They know absolutely everything that you need to know. They even know about all the cohorts, and especially they know about Healthcare Plus HOSA Cohort. So there's their email and their phone number. You are also welcome to reach out to me. You can find me on the website as well. My name is Amanda Maynard. And again, I am the Healthcare Plus HOSA Cohort Coordinator, and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. We look forward to hearing from you. I was so happy to talk to you today. You have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.